So you're thinking about moving to Beaufort, North Carolina. In this video, we're gonna break down the real estate market in Beaufort, North Carolina to give you some insight onto why this place is so popular. The goal of this video is to give you an extensive market update so that you don't have to waste time driving around searching for the perfect home for you and your family. By the way, if this is your first time on the channel and you want to know everything about living in Beaufort, North Carolina, then subscribe below and tap the bell for notifications so that you can be the first to know about the current market in Beaufort, North Carolina. My name is Walt O'Berry and I'm with Real. I get calls from folks just like you every single day. So whether you are moving in 9 days or 9 months, feel free to reach out. All of my contact information is below in the description box. I would be more than happy to help you make a smooth move to Beaufort, North Carolina. Let's go ahead and jump into the map. So when I'm meeting with a buyer or a seller, we like to look at the market indicators. There's around 7 that I like to look at. And the first one is average days on market. And that's what this is showing here. This is for all of Beaufort. And you can see that the average days on market back in October went down to 51, November 55 days, December 98 days, and it's all the way actually up to 126 days. So the average days on market is from going active to going under contract. That's how long it's taking. But it's also neighborhood specific. So for example, if you're downtown or BoCoast, for example, I have a listing coming up in BoCoast this week, and the average days on market for BoCoast specifically is about 50 days, which is about the county's average. So you can, if you're gonna put your house on the market, you can expect it to be on the market for a month or two before it actually goes under contract. So that's the first thing. In Beaufort, you can see that the average days on market is rising. Another market indicator that we like to look at is the absorption rate in months. What that pretty much means is that it has to do with inventory, and if no more houses come onto the market, it will take X number of months to sell everything that's on the market. Whenever you hear about people talking about we're in a seller's market or a balanced market or a buyer's market, it has to do with the absorption rate. And as you can see here, pretty much all of 2024 in Beaufort, we were in a balanced market technically because we were between 5 and 7 months of inventory. And so January was 5 months, and it slowly crept up all year to November. We had about 6 months of inventory. Now though, it's kind of interesting, we're back down to 4.86 months of inventory, and it's trending down. So we're in a weak seller's market technically in Beaufort, North Carolina, which is pretty interesting. Also, when I'm looking at active homes on the market, I like to tell my buyers that if a home has been on the market for over 30 days, then it's more than likely overpriced, and the sellers are more likely to negotiate. Like for example, this one's been on the market for 150 days. You got some that have been only on the market for 12 days. So that seller is probably less likely to negotiate price or concessions just because it's only been on the market for 2 weeks. But then you got this one on Front Street. It's been on the market 112 days. So keep that in mind. The next thing that we look at is total active on the market. And I drew this area here. So we have downtown Beaufort, we have up 101 a little bit, and we have up 70 a little bit, basically out to the high school there. There are 69 currently active, and this is homes, condos, townhouses, all the above. The next thing that we look at is pending for the last 2 weeks. So we want to modify this calendar a little bit and just kind of look. I'll just go from the 1st of February to now, just so you can kind of see. So there's been 13 pended homes, and kind of looking at this. That one's a small little townhouse with a garage. Lots in BoCoast, actually. Yeah, several in BoCoast. Just a few that are outside of BoCoast. So that's the next thing that we look at, are pendings for the last 2 weeks, and we have 13 of those. Next up, we're going to look at what closed within the last 2 weeks. So there's actually only 5 that have closed. That one, oh wow. So this one was listed at 270 and it closed at 180. This one was listed for 270 and closed at 270. Pineview Boulevard, where the heck is that? BoCoast West, BoCoast, and BoCoast. So there's several in BoCoast and a couple of fixer-uppers, if you will. Next up, we're gonna look at expired, canceled, or withdrawn. And we have 6 of those. One out in Turner's Creek Place subdivision, that's out near Steep Point. Beaufort Club, several in Beaufort Club that either were canceled, expired, or withdrawn. So not too many over the last couple of weeks. And the next one that we like to look at is price reductions. And I have a hot sheet here that I like to look at. So price change. Yeah, this is over the last week. That first one is a rental. Wow, we had 40 price reductions over the last week. So those are the 7 or so key market indicators that I look at. I hope that gives you some insight into the real estate market here in Beaufort, North Carolina. Make sure to watch this video as it will help you with your home search. We will see you in the next one.